Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be working with finding the volume of a cylinder. So when you're working with finding the volume of a cylinder, we are going to be using the formula of the area of our base. Oops, extra R there, and you can't see my other R. So area of base times our height. And you can see that written off to the side there too. So understanding that whenever you have a capital B, that is meaning the area of that. So area of base. Okay, so in this case, in cylinders, your base is always a circle. Okay, so how do we find the area of a circle? Well, we do pi times radius squared. Okay, so we're going to be using pi times radius squared, and then we're going to take that answer times our height. So if we're looking at the cylinder that we have here, well, we have pi times 5 squared times our height is 12. Okay, so now my next step is to go ahead and do my squared part. So 5 squared is 25 times 12, and then times pi out in the front, which if you put the pi in the back, that's okay. I'm just going in the order that it's stated. Okay, so now if I do 25 times 12, that gives me 300. So my answer is 300 pi. That's one way that it could be listed, and then centimeters cubed. Or the other way would be to actually take 300 times 3.14, which is pi, which would give us 942 centimeters cubed. So remember, volume is working cubed. Okay, when we work with rectangular prisms, and I'm not very good at drawing these, so bear with me. When you work with a rectangular prism, you are taking your length times your width times your height, which really is the area of your base. Our length and our width is our area of our base, times our height. Okay, and we had 1, 2, 3 things that we were multiplying together. That's kind of my visual cue to remember to put that little 3 or that cubed, but volume is always cubed. Okay, so let's go ahead and try another one here. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of sketch one out. Bear with my drawing once again. And we'll do a height of 10 and a radius of 7. Okay, so formula, area of base. So area is pi r squared times our height. Okay, so my radius was 7 squared times my height of 10, and then times pi. Okay, so 7 squared is 49 times 10 and times pi. Okay, so then 49 times 10 is 490, and then times pi. So my answer is 490 pi, and if my label was inches on each of these, I would say inches cubed. Or I could take 490 times 3.14, which gives me 1,538.6 inches cubed. Okay, so let's try one more of those. Once again, you're working with the area of a circle, which you've done previously, and now we're just taking it times the height. So what's different about this one? This time they're giving us the diameter. So this whole distance is the diameter of this red line, the whole distance across there. We only want half of it. We only want this distance. So what's our radius? Well, that would be 4. So pi times radius, which is 4 squared, times our height of 8. And now we'll do our 4 squared is 16 times 8, and then we still have our times pi out in the front. 16 times 8 gives us 128 pi. The label was inches, so we would say inches cubed. Or we could have 128 times 3.14, a final answer of 401.92 inches cubed. So it just kind of depends on if they want that coefficient in there, which would be this format, or if they want the final answer. So just depends on the context in which they ask for the answer. I will accept either. Okay, so once again, our formula for finding the volume of a cylinder is area of base times the height. Then you'll notice as we work through some other figures, we'll be using the same formula. It's just that we're going to have a different shape other than a circle as our base. Good luck with this.